Hey guys, Tara here from Recovering Book Hoarder, and today is my weekly chat, weekly wrap up, weekly prepare for this upcoming week, where we talk about everything happening in my life, what I have done bookish related, what I plan to do bookish related, and then everything I have created and all that good stuff. So this is really a mashup of both BookTube and FlossTube. I've tried separating them, but I like it whenever they're both together. It's a lot easier for me. So I apologize. If you're not interested in one, but only are interested in one and not the other, I don't know what to tell you. So, all right, here we are. First, let me show you one of my new mugs. So Taylor, one of my coworkers, purchased this for me. And isn't this just the cutest thing? Little gingerbread man. And it's like one of those homemade pottery type of mugs that I love, and it even had this it's like a wooden lid that goes over top of it, but you can also use as a coaster. And it's another one of those just kind of perfect in how it's made. So I like this mug a lot. And if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know that I collect mugs of all kinds. Some of them I drink out of, some of them decorate my shelves. So, I'm wearing Eeyore today. This is another one of my tea turtle finds. And like I said in my last video, highly recommend Tea Turtle. I absolutely adore their clothes. They're made very well, and they're really cost efficient. Not sponsored. They have no idea who I am. It's a product I really like. And more Eeyore because he's, a good representation of how I'm feeling right now. Gotta be honest. In any case, so this week was kind of a humbum week overall. Nothing really special happened. Outside of, it was Livy's second birthday party, my youngest niece. So I'll put a couple pictures over here. It was such a nice party. It was at one of these, like a what are those called? Like a brick oven pizza shop that we have. That's like a locally owned, not a chain. There's only one of them that exists, and they are not open on Sundays. And so I had no idea, but you can actually rent it out for events. So her party was there, and it was really nice. And Livy is just the cutest thing ever. She's like this little old soul living in this really little body. So, and also she shares her birthday with my grandmother, who passed away the year that she was born. When they were pregnant with Livy, my grandmother passed away very unexpectedly. And they were able to, they whispered to her that they were pregnant because they hadn't shared with, I knew, my parents knew, but they hadn't shared with the rest of the family yet. So they whispered that to her. My sister-in-law was actually scheduled for induction on December, I want to say the 26th or the 27th. And so we all assumed for sure that's whenever Livy's going to be born. Well, all these things happened, okay? So that ultimately she held off, and she was not born until January 4th, which was my grandmother's birthday. And that was, her great grandmother. And they share a lot of the same kind of mannerisms and stuff. I like to say they were hanging out before she came down. And at that stroke of midnight, man, that's whenever my sister-in-law felt her dilation and everything. And we all say that's when Bubba was like, okay, you can go now. Because we always, as a family, Bubba's birthday was a big deal, and we always got together and celebrated. And I really think that it was her way of saying, you guys have to keep getting together and celebrating on this day. So she's special. And so she's this little old soul. And so she's very introverted and has just a phenomenal personality. But as I was holding her, and these kids are just running around like crazy. And she goes, there's lots of kids. And mind you, she's just turning 2, okay? She speaks in full sentences. So she goes, so many kids. I said, yeah. I said, there are a lot of kids. She goes, they need to stop running. She was so upset they were running. She never, ever got down and started going crazy or anything. At one point she and I were sitting at a table and we were coloring. She was doing some stickers. She was interacting with the other kids, but not whenever they were like acting crazy like that. And she's just the best. Her and her sister, I just love them so much. They own so much of my heart. Seriously, I love being an aunt. Next to being a mom, it's like the greatest gift and thing ever. Any aunts out there want to chime in about how wonderful it is? I love it. And that is all. I've always been very close with my aunts also. And so they were like my second moms. I don't know what I would have done without them. Like the things, my mom and I are very close. But you know how it is whenever you're a teenager, like there are certain things that you don't want to talk to your mom about, or that your mom could tell you 20 times over or something, and if your aunt tells it to you, then you listen. And that's the kind of relationship that I had with them. And I don't know what I would have done without my aunts. So I'm just honored to be an aunt now. I had such great examples growing up of what an aunt is supposed to be. And yeah, I love it. So that was Sunday last week. And then, it was work the rest of the week, and preparing for a move out of one of our offices to consolidate everything to the main office. And had an interview, and then just like trying to catch up with things and back and forth about this 401k plan that we have started now. So we started offering a 401k plan. Now, I enter payroll for our agency, okay? It's a payroll system it goes into. It does all the thinking for me. I don't actually know anything about payroll law, 401ks. I'm not trained in that. My background is behavioral and mental health. I have no problem learning about things, but there's certain things I don't know that I don't know until I find out I didn't know and I did something wrong. So implementation of this 401k, which went into effect in October, has been stressful, to say the least. And I swear every week I find out about something else that I need to do for it. And it's time consuming and is taking away from the other things that I need to be doing as the clinical director. So that was a lot of my week, was dealing with that. And then setting up meetings for the next month and just all kinds of stuff going on with that. I have what I call thyroid tired. So I have Hashimoto's thyroiditis and hypothyroid, and I've been on medication since Cass was born, and she's 12, so over 12 years I've been on medication for it. And I always say I feel this thing where I can feel this exhaustion, and it stems from here, and like nobody understands that, and it's really weird to talk about. I try and get my doctors to understand, and they don't. So, but that's been going on this week. Just a level of exhaustion that's really hard to explain. It makes it hard to function. I do, but it's really hard and takes a lot to function successfully. And then also, Cass got to go ice skating today we have a big tree down in Pittsburgh at PPG Plaza, and Cass has been really into wanting to do ice skating. So we're going to set her up for ice skating lessons starting at the end of this month, but she really wanted to get onto the tree. And my aunt, who's also, so I have this one aunt who's like, we don't say she was the fun, all my aunts were fun, but she was like the super fun aunt. So she's the one that had a convertible. She used to travel all over the world, lived in California for a long time, so sporty, took us just everywhere. She's the one that took us to the pool all the time, and tried to teach us, how to play tennis, and would take us to concerts and sporting events and art events, and just you name it, she was up for it, like seriously. So she's still that way with her great nieces and nephew now. So she took Cass ice skating down at the tree, and Cass hurts all over. She ice skated twice this week, so she hurts all over from falling, and her poor feet are just a disaster. So I'm like, are you sure you still want to do those lessons? And she said, yes, she definitely wants to do them. So, all right, that is kind of the sum up of my life and what's going on this week. Not a whole lot. Upcoming this week, there are some things exciting coming up for this next week. On January 17th, which I think is Monday, me, Cass, and my mom are going to see a Betty White tribute that is going to be at Cinemark. And then a movie I have been looking forward to for over a year that's one of my favorite books. Movie turned into a book that just looks like it's going to be phenomenal. Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. That is being released on the 20th, which is Thursday. So there's a group of us going on Thursday to see it, and I am just living for that. And then the former owner of my agency, who has retired, he's been in Florida, but like they're still involved in the agency. It's the building that he owns, and he's still, you know, is like our technical medical director right now. But we haven't gotten to see him in quite a while. So he's actually coming up on, he'll be at the office Thursday. So I'm excited about that. Then also Thursday is the day of our big move, where the movers are coming and we're getting everything in there. We just did this big remodel on our 3rd floor at work, and it's going to be a busy week coming up here. So this week was a little bit more down. Next week is going to be crazy. We also have a snowstorm that is scheduled for Sunday into Monday. I'll believe it when I see it, because I live in Western Pennsylvania, and the weather can do anything. Like, we literally could see here hail, snow, rain, thunderstorm, and a beautiful sunny 60-degree day in one day. No lie, that's the kind of place I live. So this week it's supposed to be a snowstorm on Sunday into Monday. Never believe anything till I see it. Am hoping for it though, because we really have not had any snow. We have one small amount of snow. It wasn't much. Now, I hate driving in the snow. I'm not a big driver in the snow. I do though, where I sit, I have these windows next to me, so I love to sit here and watch the snow fall. I love the snow when no one has driven on it yet, no one's walked in it, and it's just that like sparkly, otherworldly beautifulness. And we haven't had that yet. So I'm hoping that we do get the snow. I just don't want to leave my house. And then it's ugly afterwards too. Like once people start driving on it, it's no longer white. It's this ugly, dirty brown color, and then I'm over it. But I'm looking forward to seeing it fall. I want to read you guys this meme that my friend Val posted over on another friend's Facebook, and it's so accurate for where we live. So, okay, it says, snow alert. Expecting 0 to 85 inches of snow starting Saturday or Sunday or Monday, maybe, but probably not happening at all. Recommendations: stock up on all necessities immediately and prepare for a snowpocalypse or a beautiful weekend. Either one's possible. Accurately sums up the weather where I live. Okay, so that's what's going on coming up. All right, so first let's talk about books. Then I will show you everything I have that's related to creating, and there's a lot. I had to literally like go all around my house and find everything. So first, let me show you, if you guys who are interested in planning, this is what my planner looked like for this week so far. I do it the following morning. So this is my planner through yesterday. And this is what I refer back to all the time when I am talking to you guys. Okay. So I finished a few books this week that I have been reading. Started a new one and finished one. So let's talk about these books that I finished up. I've got 2 that were quite good, and I had 2 that were disappointments. Let's put it that way. So the books I finished, would be my favorite of the ones I finished, and that was The Duchess Steele by Tessa Dare. This is the first in the Girl Meets Duke series. I had heard about this one over on Sarah's channel from Sarah's Nightstand, and on my game I had rolled a Read Like Sarah, so I had chosen this one. Big fan of Regency romance. This one was laugh out loud funny in so many areas. There was the misunderstanding trope in here where the characters like misunderstand each other a lot, which is not one of my favorite tropes. However, she did it pretty well where the misunderstandings were almost immediately taken care of every time. I don't like it whenever they hang on and I'm like, come on, seriously? So this one, she did it pretty well. She handled that well. And it is a marriage of convenience book turns into love, of course. And, you know, there's a cast of characters that we meet. And I'm pretty sure that the other female characters we have met in here are going to be the focus of the books that are upcoming in the series. And this one I ended up giving 4 stars. It was really enjoyable. Like I said, there were a few things about it that drew away for me or that I just didn't quite buy. But overall, 4 stars, which is a pretty good rating for me. All right, then I had a done in one day, and that was Dear Fahrenheit 451, Love and Heartbreak in the Stacks by Annie Spence. Librarians, love letters, and breakup notes to the books in her life. And this ended up being 4 stars. Also, a lot of the books in here I had not read, and so I do kind of want to go through and make like my own kind of challenge for reading books that she discussed in here, especially like one of the books she talks about over and over again that's one of her favorites and I have not read is The Virgin Suicides. So I really want to read that now based on everything that she said in here. And it was just overall a fairly enjoyable book. But yeah, 4 star. All right, now my disappointments. So first one, The Land of Roar. I had started and finished this one this week. I listened to this one. This unfortunately was a 1 star read for me. I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion because this is like a booktube darling, I feel like. It's middle grade, it's fantasy, it's another world, which all of my favorite things. Now, in all fairness to this book, I hated the narrator. The guy who did the narration was so irritating, like grindingly irritating, I felt like. And so that really took away from my enjoyment so much. I didn't even want to listen to it because I couldn't stand his voice and how he did the characters and all of that. So I'll probably mark him down and make sure I never listen to anything by him again. So is it possible that would have been higher if I had read it instead of listened to it? Possibly, but I don't know that for sure. So as of right now, it gets a 1 star for me. There's a lot of things wrong with this book. A lot of things that I just didn't believe. I did not enjoy any of the characters with the exception of the grandfather in here. And yeah, it was really a miss, totally a miss for me. So I finished that one, and then the other one that was kind of a disappointment, and I wound up giving, let me see, okay, 2 stars. I gave it 2 stars. And that was The Missing Books of the Bible, Volume 1. Out of all of them in here, there was one of the stories that I actually enjoyed, and that was the Book of Tobit. The rest of them were just cumbersome and felt like the director's cut, if that makes sense. In the sense that I think they were things that like would purposely be edited out because you get the information elsewhere or it doesn't add to the story, or whatever. And I really did not care for the translation. I felt that was cumbersome, and yeah, overall I didn't feel like I don't feel like I have really had anything added to my spiritual development by reading this. And I have volume 2 on my shelf that I'm going to be getting rid of. I'm not even going to bother attempting to read it. The only reason I got a 2 star was because I did like the Book of Tobit. But would my life have been any different if I hadn't read the Book of Tobit? The answer is no. And I think I would have read it in the Catholic Bible whenever I get to that. So that's my thoughts on that. All right, those are the books that I finished this week. So books that I am still reading. Cass and I are still working through the Order of the Phoenix, and we've been reading that every night. Really need to try and finish that up this week. Fingers crossed. We'll see, because we have a project that we have to do on it, and then we need to get for the end of her second quarter, which is coming up. That's whenever it's due. And for third quarter, we're reading Half-Blood Prince, and then for the fourth quarter, we are reading Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So we'll continue that this week. Love Harry Potter, so not exactly a chore to do that, but man, those chapters are long, and I do all the voices, and it does end up hurting my throat just a little bit. Today read my third of Spurgeon's sermons, because I'm reading one of these each week, trying to do it on Saturday, either Saturday or Sunday, depending on what's going on each day. So this week's sermon was on the Holy Spirit. Let me see what it was called. The personality of the Holy Ghost is what this week's sermon was on. So that's a once a week reading. And then I am so I had started this one physically. Then this week I was able to find it on the library, so I switched over to listening to it instead, so I can do it while I'm doing other things, like creating, crafting stuff. So this is When Night Breaks by Janella Angelis, and this is the second book in the House of Cards series. And this is, the best way to describe this is Moulin Rouge meets the Phantom of the Opera. And I have enjoyed this series a lot so far. And then I am still reading my once a day New Morning Mercies by Paul David Tripp. This is my devotional I'm doing this year, and I am enjoying it so very much. And then so each day there's also a Bible verse to read that goes along with the devotional for that day, and so I'm doing that as well. Then also continuing to read The Captain's Daughters by Doreen D. Berger. This was very kindly sent to me by the author for review, and I am almost halfway through it at this point, and I'm enjoying this more than I thought I was going to. I actually was crying this week when I was reading it, because I felt so bad for the girls and what, like, something that happened to them. I don't want to give much away, so yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do a full review of this once I'm done, a full review video, but this is middle grade, and I am really enjoying it so much. So continuing with that. All right, I think that is all of my book stuff that I need to tell you about. Wanted to tell you guys too, in regards to watching things, I am down a rabbit hole, and this actually moves us into my next area, which is the floss tube creating, crafting part of the show. And I am just really down the rabbit hole of the whip parades, the end of the year whip parades. I'm loving them so much. I am finding so many more patterns and creators that I need to purchase patterns from. I had to start a Pinterest cross stitch board for ones that are not on Etsy, so that I could keep track of ones I want to get. Took my first foray into the Heaven and Earth Design website, as well as the Long Dog Sampler website, and Ink and Circles, I think, is the other one. So guys, I'm down the rabbit hole right now. Also have subscribed to several more floss tubers at this point, based on, you know, what they stitch, and yeah. So, all right, that. And then I have ordered, this week I ordered 2 Q-snaps. I've been watching a lot of reviews on them. Pretty much everyone says the actual Q-snap, brand name Q-snap, has much better tension than the knockoff Q-snaps. So I did buy 2 sizes. I think I got the 6x6 and 11x11 Q-snaps. We'll see. I can't remember off the top of my head. So I bought those, and I also bought a new diamond painting kit. I will put the picture of the diamond painting kit up here, because it's supposed to arrive today. The Q-snaps aren't going to be arriving until, I think, next week. I have a few things that are supposed to be coming this upcoming week that I will show you guys here. So, okay, give me a second to make myself some more space because I've got a lot of stuff. Okay, I've made myself some space. So I'm just gonna kind of go through this pile of stuff. I need to get to my information stuff to tell you here about the things I completed. So my mom wanted, was in need of a scarf and hat. And so I told her I would gladly make her a scarf and hat. And so she found 2 patterns and sent them to me. And then I hadn't started them. So I was doing other things. And she's like, I really hope you're not putting my hat and scarf on the back burner because I've really needed them. So moved that up, made that priority, and made both this week plus a bonus item for her. So let me show you what I made. So the first thing I made is called a crypto bumpy scarf. This is by Knit Spin Weaver, and it was actually a free pattern over on Pinterest that I found through Pinterest. Well, she found through Pinterest. So for this, I used Karen Anniversary Cake, which is these huge cakes, which I'm going to show you here at the end. And number 6 weight, letter I hook, and the color is Nebulous. It is not the called for weight for this scarf. The called for weight was a number 4, but I figure with the scarf, it can always be a little bit thicker, and it definitely was thicker. But I loved this this yarn and really wanted to use it. So this is the scarf. Isn't that pretty? You can see the bumpy pattern there. And so the beautiful colors. So each color I ended up doing twice, and then ended down here back with the purple again. So it is a very thick, super, super warm scarf, and yeah, I love it. I'm super excited to give it to her. I was waiting until I showed it to you guys before I gave it to her. So that is the scarf. And then the hat is a messy bun hat by Crochet 365 Knit 2, like TOO. And this was another free pattern that she found through Pinterest. I could not use the same yarn because number 6 weight was way too heavy for the yarn for it to actually be like a normal size. So for this, I used a letter H hook. It's, like I said, number 4 weight. It was the I Love This Yarn Super Soft, and the color is Mixed Berry. And so this is the hat. Isn't that super cute? It's the first time I've ever done bumpies, and it was not super hard. I love it. And so it has the hole on the top. I'd show it to you. Well, let's see. Maybe I can. Let's see. Can I? So there it is. That's what it looks like. Now my mom has like super curly hair, and so she has a lot more hair than I do. But that scarf completed. Okay. The bonus item that I made her, this is, these are Cameron wristers, and I don't have written down who the pattern is by. I'll put it over here somewhere. And this, I used that same yarn that I used for the hat. And let's see. Okay, so the first time I made the first one in one night, and realized, because this is the first time I had ever done a pattern like this, realized I messed up the pattern. It was not an easy pattern. So the next day I did the second glove the correct way, frogged the first glove, and then did the other one. So this is my wrister. And so here's the hole for the thumb is over here. And I would put it on, but my arms and wrists are much bigger than my mom's, and I made this to fit her. So I would need a medium. This is the small that I made for her. So that is that. And this is actually the first time I have ever done wristers, and it's okay that I had to pull it out. It happens. So that I made all 3 of those this week. All right, other things that I did this week. I worked on my Cheshire Cat. So this is the pattern that I'm doing. His little picture there. And the part that I have completed is, that I've worked on, is this area over here. And so I am doing this on, I believe that this is a 14 count black Ada that I had purchased from Michael's. And so I think last time I saw you guys, I had done this stuff up here, and so I finished this stuff this week, and I love the Cheshire Cat, and I'm really enjoying stitching this. Okay, worked on my diamond painting this week, and I've actually got quite a bit of it done. So this is my Elf Girl Christmas diamond painting, and I have, I think, more than half of it done at this point. So all the sparklies down there. Look how pretty that is. Wow, it shows up really nicely on camera. Her over the ornament and her dress, and this is a gorgeous diamond painting. I got this through New Craft Day. First diamond painting I've ever done. I'm really enjoying it. Really nice quality, very shiny. If I had to give one criticism, and I have a feeling it's probably something that happens on through all companies, is some of the drills are not 100% uniform, but it's fine because you get a lot more drills than you need, and so I just don't use those ones. And this is like so strangely satisfying. My mom told me it was going to be, I didn't believe her, but she was 100% right. At putting these little drills on here is just, there's something super satisfying about it. Okay, things that arrived in the mail this week. Actually, hold on. I forgot to grab something else. And I need to clear some space off of my camera here real quick. So give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I've cleared space on the camera and in real life, and got the other stuff I want to show you guys. Okay, so I got some stuff in the mail this week. So let me show you that. All right, first thing I got is the yarn I ordered on Christmas Day to start my Weasley blanket, which is like just an absolutely gorgeous blanket here. So let me show you. All right, so this is the picture. This is what the blanket looks like. So this will be a crochet. And so I ordered 2 of the colorways because this is going to be an expensive blanket. It's going to cost about $260 for all of the yarn. So this is actually the recommended yarn, recommended colors, everything straight from the book. And this is from, the site I ordered is from is weekcrochet.com. So I don't know how anything's connected, and that's not even on here on the invoice. In any case, so the colors that I had arrived were the Habanero City Tweed DK and the Plum Wine City Tweed DK. And these are just little cakes, and you need 6 of each color. So here's the Plum Wine right here. And I always get nervous when I order yarns online that I don't get to feel for how it's going to feel. And these, it is super soft. It's gorgeous, and I love how it feels, and I love everything about it. So like I said, DK weight. This is 123 yards and 50 grams in this ball. So the brand is, it says Knit Picks We Crochet. So knitpicks.com and crochet.com it says on here. So that's the first color, and then the other color is this Habanero that I got. So I got these 2 because they were on sale. So I got a total of 12 skeins of yarn here, so I can start that. So I've added this blanket to my Wheel of Possibilities for my new starts. I can't remember if I put on my new start or if I just went ahead and added it to my wheel that I spin to tell me what to do. All right, so that arrived. And then I had ordered a crochet book, a cross stitch book that everybody just raved about. I had it on my wish list, and then it was out of print, couldn't get it, all that. So it came back in stock, ordered it, but it took absolutely forever to get here. I think it's actually a used copy. And so that is the Creepy Cross Stitch. And this is by Lindsay Swearingen, creator of Tusk and Cardinal, and it has 25 spooky projects to haunt your halls. And yeah, very super pretty Halloweeny stuff. I love, love, love stitching Halloween, and I'm excited to get into some of these because there's definitely ones for sure I want to stitch in here. All right, something else that came in the mail. All right, I'm missing something that I can't find. All right, so Taylor and Cromwell is one of my favorite pattern makers, and they do a lot of Broadway and show type of charts, and that's who did all of my Hamilton lyric charts. So they do have a monthly box that is themed, a different one each month, and you can choose how many months you want to sign up for, which boxes you want to sign up for. So I signed up for 3 months, and then whenever you check out, you tell them which kits that you want. So my first kit was in January, then I know which themes the other ones are, but I can't remember which months they come in. So I signed up for the rent box, the Golden Girls box, and the 6 box. So this month was the rent box, and so each box comes with a couple of stitchy goodies, and then with a full already kitted out chart that is not currently available in their shop. It will eventually be available in their shop to purchase as either just a downloadable PDF, sometimes as a full kit, but this is a full kit. Like I said, this is the rent one. So it did come with a needle minder that I thought I had put in my drawer next to me, and it's not there. So I don't know where the needle minder is, so I can't show you that. But it also came with this right here, which is to hold needles when you're not using them, you know, which is very nice because I needed something else. And this is really nice quality too. So got that, and then the kit is this right here, the 525,600 minutes. And then it has other lyrics written in the numbers there. So the kit comes like this. So, oh, this is nice. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay, so the fabric that it comes with, which is a 14 count Aida, but look, it's already sewn around the edges for me, which my mom's about to teach me how to do that so I can sew up all of my fabric, because I hate whenever it starts to unravel. So that's beautiful that it actually comes like that. I have a bunch of their charts that were the PDF versions. I've never actually gotten a kit from them. So this is new. So then here's the kit, the pattern. It comes in a nice booklet here, which of course I'm not going to show, but so here is a close-up of the pattern. And then all the flosses already, you know, sorted out and everything too for the kit. So I'm super excited about that. It's been a long time since I've gotten an already kitted out project. Usually I just order PDFs and go with that. So it is DMC floss, and it is, let me see, how many pages is this? 24 colors. The finished size is 15.9 by 6.4, and the total stitch count is 223 stitches across and 90 stitches up and down. So it's 1, 2, 3. It's 3 pages is the pattern, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing this. Excited I have something already kitted up and I don't have to worry about doing myself. So that was the Taylor and Cromwell box, and I really, really highly recommend their charts, and they have a lot available in their store. They are on Etsy, but they also have an actual website that you can purchase items through also. So that came this week. And then, so I'm doing a sale through, it's called the Soulmate Sale. And this is a Facebook, group, Creatively Crafting. So creativelycrafting.com, and they are doing, it's called a Soulmates Sal. So it's really nice. So it comes with one of these project planners that lists out everything that you need. And they gave suggestions for fabric. So they had said this would look great on a light pink, light gray, or light purple fabric. Really wanted light purple. Could not find light purple. So I ended up going with, I'm pretty sure it's a light grayish, a light gray kind of color. I'll show you guys when it comes in. So I purchased that through 123 Stitch. Then I also went ahead and bought another fabric for a larger pattern that I have that I want to do. I couldn't find the fabric that size, the size I needed it in stores. And then I just went ahead and ordered the floss I needed too, because the DMC was the same price on there as if I went to Michael's. And then I was already paying shipping, and it's a flat rate shipping. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and order everything at once. So the floss and the fabric are supposed to be here this week, but the first part of the pattern has been released. So it's the title and then the border. And so this is what it looks like. This is the part that was released this week. It's released every Monday. I think there's a new couple released. So the couple's name will go in here, and they're like famous couples from history. So there's 6 spots, but then she said they're actually going to be releasing more than that, so you can kind of pick and choose who you want to do, or if you want to do a second one or whatever. So that is what was released. And oh yeah, it's free. Like I said, you just sign up for it, and then everything's sent to your email each week. So as soon as that stuff arrives, I am going to start that. Then this week I also got, I need something to hold my my fabric back whenever I'm stitching. So I looked up what are good things to do, and I found the magnetic silicone ties. So I ordered a pack of those. They were not real expensive. And I'm also, my mom's going to make me some grime guards. She said she's going to show me how to make them. Not a big sewer, but she is convinced she's going to teach me how to sew. So we'll try it. And then, so this is the cake I told you guys I'd show you. This was the anniversary cake. It's gigantic. It's actually 2 large balls that makes this up. It is 33.5 ounces, 1,061 yards. Like I said, this is a number 6 weight. It's gorgeous. It doesn't look so gorgeous now that I've used from the middle, but it's real floppy now, and there's no way I can store it this way. So part of my plans for today is to take this giant cake and turn it into a lot of small cakes with my cake winder that I have yet to use. We're going to use it for the first time today. So that, and then last thing, something else. I'm going to start this today because I spun my wheel already to see what I'm going to do crafting wise today. And it landed on puzzle, and I don't currently have a puzzle going, so I have a giant stack of puzzles because I didn't do them for a long time, and then I got back into them again, physical puzzles, and then I just bought all of the puzzles. I bought a ton. I got several for gifts, and it is a stack as tall as me. I'm 5'11", and my stack of unfinished puzzles right now is as tall as I am. I have another stack that's about a quarter or a third of my height that is completed puzzles. So I am working my way through them. I just like to have so many options. So today I'm going to start this puzzle, which is, I don't know what the name is called. Let's see. I don't know if the title is cassette. Cassette. I don't know. That could just be a different way to say it. I don't know if this one actually has a name, but it is essentially old record covers. And I love music. I love like classic rock and older groups. And so I saw this, wanted to do it. So this is by Springbok, and it's a 1,000-piece puzzle. I've never done anything by this brand before, so we'll see. It says it's the oldest puzzle brand made in America. Who knew? So we'll see if because I'm really picky about like pieces and how they fit together and stuff like that. So we'll see if this becomes a preferred brand or not. I bought 2 of them because they were buy one get one 50% off at the one store before Christmas. So I'll be starting this today. All right. I told you guys I had a lot of like crafty stuff to show you. All right. That's it. I think I'm done. This is a long video. I apologize. Yeah. All right. So let's talk down in the comments. If you want to find me other places, everywhere you can find me is down in the description box. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I do weekly chats every week that are like this: life, reading, creating. And then I have other contents. I usually have more than one video posted each week, but my goal is at least 1 video a week. I do have some videos that I need to do. I need to do an unboxing for a company I partnered with. And then I need to do my coloring book flip through still. And I think that's it. All right. So yeah, booktube and flosstube content. Color tube too sometimes, but that will be the smallest amount on my channel at this point. And all right, I'll catch up with you guys later. Bye.